What it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho1 of the Pocho Life Podcast. Today, I'm sorry, I had to get in the mix with this. My brother DOEBOI909. He didn't ask for it, but of course, I don't know what it is, homie. I don't know what it is about humble men staying in their lane, taking care of themselves, minding their own business, staying consistent, staying in the pocket, helping people, being open-minded, trying new things, being the first on the Food Community Podcast, even though it won't come out. Because these fools are fools. You know, we made great content. And just because they don't like me and they know I'm a star, you feel me? A Glock star, they don't want to post any of that stuff that we did. You should post it, Food Community, not for me, but for DOEBOI. DOEBOI was the first ever person on the Food Community to be interviewed, to be podcasting with us. And I just want to put that out, why, and I'll explain why I chose him to be the first person on the Food Community Podcast. Go back to You Ain't Hard Food or Food You Ain't Hard page, and you will see that they put History Made DOEBOI first guest on the Food Community Podcast. And who is it? Me and DOEBOI. Not anybody else, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get in the mix to add drama, but value. My homeboy, DOEBOI909, is a spectacular human being. And I want to explain why he is the king of the IE. And this is a humble king. He doesn't say that. I'm saying that for him. When you get to a certain level, you don't need to speak. You let other men speak for you. And I'm standing up for my boy. Because there's been, like they say, this chitter chatter, you know, fools play, how fools talk to each other on the line about who is better, J.I. Bandz or my brother DOEBOI. And we already know. And shout out to my brother Glock Stars, you feel me? You feel me? He was on the interview and they asked him, you know, who's better, J.I. Bandz or DOEBOI? And he basically said, and he wasn't trying to be, Iron wasn't trying to be like vindictive or malicious. He was just being honest. And I just talked to him recently and he was saying, I wasn't trying to put the homie down, but I was just saying that, like, bro, DOEBOI is a savage in these streets. He's well known as a savage in the streets, as a hog, as we say in the Bay, as a hog in these streets, but also as somebody that gives back to his community, that is charitable, that is a survivor of a recent, yes, he has a California zipper. Go look on my short pages, and I think it's Florida Fools or one of the Fools, Texas, I think it's Florida Fools. I have a video of him showing the zipper, and that's starting to make this cipher that we were going to make. They're making all these food ciphers, but we already had a cipher in play, but that won't come out just because I'm not with them. And I guess because I'm not with them, they don't want to put nothing out that I'm not. But back to my boy. All he was saying was, this, my brother DOEBOI is well known out here, in the street and in the community. What I mean by in the streets and in the community means in the streets is mean as in the streets, my boy. You know, on that criminal shit, on that gangbanging shit, on that gang life, on that prisons, all that. The community is when you start to give back and start to become a different person. He has his own businesses, bro. He employs people. He's different. He's the richest Sereno I know. You feel me? And the most humble and the most charitable and the most open to try new things. I'm going to break down in this video. I want to break down is why I think he is the king of the IE, respectfully, in a hip-hop sense. All you gangster Karens out there getting butthurt, you feel me? But in a hip-hop sense, why he is the king, and somebody can come take that from him, or he can hand it off, you feel me? Or we can just say, what do you want to say? He's the most consistent, he's the best, you know? It's like, I just think the king sounds better, homie. And it's like, in hip-hop, I think we forgot that we're in hip-hop, we're not in the streets. In hip-hop, you can say king and this and that, you know, and you can have a competitive spirit, and that's okay. And I don't think he says, like, you know, he said that we're all kings. But basically, I'm going to break down what happened and how I feel about it, my relationship with him, and where I think we're all going. And I believe that what happened in this little situation is something where we can add value. Is it okay to ask, you know, Icon asked, who do you like better? I actually don't think that Icon was in the wrong for asking. I know many people want me to go attack the food community, and I do think that the food community does some funny things that I don't want to be a part of forever. I'm cool on those fools. But I do think that they have the right to ask versus this verse, you know, because they're a blog, they're building culture, and building culture, you got to kind of ask those things. But I think that you can ask in a different way, or you can just say, you know, who's out there really doing it instead of like who's better, you know? I just think it's a matter of how you want to be asked and if you're open to it. But DOEBOI909, these are the reasons why I think DOEBOI is the one in his section, at least, if you want to say that. The reason why king is easy because it's simple. Crowned, uncrowned. Right now he's crowned. At least somebody that's objective from the Bay Area can come in and say, hey, these are my experiences with him, and this is why I think he is the best, the most consistent, you feel me? Now let's just be clear. I do think that J.I. Bandz is a sick ass rapper, I do think that he's actually a better lyricist than Doughboy. What I've checked in, he ain't really cut from that cloth necessarily. There's nothing against him. You know, he became an artist pretty quickly, right? Doughboy had to go through a lot of, you know, trials and tribulations before he became, you know, who he is today. And it shows in the music that he does and how he just, you believe him. You believe him. And when you see J.I. Bandz, he's like the little homie popping his, you know, he's popping it. But he's more like the player in the hood, not necessarily the gangbanger, you feel me? Or like that dude, you know? That dude, him, Iron and fucking, or what we call, you know, the Glock stars and all of these guys. Glock, you know, feel me? They're some of the guys, you feel me? Those you can tell. You can tell who's cut from what cloth, right? That doesn't take anything away from J.I. Bandz, and it doesn't take away anything from Doughboy. Doughboy, what I think why I like Doughboy so much is I like how he sounds. He sounds like a mixture through some gangster like Warrior meets Oscar the Grouch or something, you know? And he got style, and I really like how he rides beats, and I like how he's open. I think he did remember this is just off the cuff, but I think he did a whole album with Self-Provoked or something, or he did something, yeah, I think, and that's open-minded for somebody from, you know, the gutter of San Bernardino to do. What Doughboy is doing, man, is big. A long time ago, Doughboy, he knew where I was from, and he wasn't afraid to be one of the not older guys, but the older homies, more mature dudes, to take an interview with me knowing where I was from and knowing that it wasn't about that, but it was about that I was actually interested in his music. A lot of you guys are just finding out about DOEBOI909, but I've been knowing about this homeboy, you know what I mean? He's been putting it down ever since. I swear to God, nothing has stopped him. If anything, him getting made him go harder, and that's why you can trust this artist and you can ride with this artist, because this guy's gonna go to the end. If you notice, he ain't afraid of nothing. He's out here really on the front lines, bro, in the trenches. I don't know if you understand San Bernardino, the Dino, bro, the West Side, but bro, San Bernardino, when you touch down in the Dino, bro, the tension is in the air, bro. It feels like Los Angeles, homie. It feels like the gutters of Los Angeles, homie. In some respects, I would say it's worse than Los Angeles. And that's what my brother DOEBOI909 comes from. He spent time in prison. You know what I mean? He's been hit already. He had a California zipper. Do you got a zipper? I don't got a zipper. I don't got a California zipper. But my boy DOEBOI909 does. So if you don't got a zipper, shh. And what happens when Icon asks the homeboy about, you know, who's better, and whenever it gets all crazy in the riff-raff, as he says in the comments, and I think Doughboy was actually talking more about the comments necessarily than Icon and all that, but I don't follow the full community, and I didn't see the live, I'm just catching little things, but I don't care, because I feel like this is somebody I actually know, and I'm going to speak on him, especially because of how he carries himself. One, remember, he gives me one of the first interviews that helps me kind of get up. This is way back on Instagram. Two, I introduced him to Gold Toast. He's open-minded to interview with somebody from the Bay and then do work, actual work, and signs to GT Digital. Then 3, he puts hella people on. 4, he gets dope-ass people on his beats and sometimes murders them. I mean, he did his thing when Flex. With Flexing? Well, he was doing it. He was flexing on flexing, bruh. Feel me? And he just put something out, dog. I don't know anybody else. You tell me one Southern California rapper. You tell me one California rapper. You tell me one West Coast. You might have to tell me one United States rapper that puts out as much as DOEBOI909, bruh. Bruh. I never seen somebody be that consistent, bro. I'm serious. There is nobody in the IE that touches Doughboy. He's already rich. He doesn't even need to do this. He's doing it for fun, and he's still beating you fools. Respectfully and competitively. It's all a competition, bro. It's like a sport. He's an MVP player, bro. He's in the World Series. He's hitting home runs in the middle of the 9th, not caring. You know? And when all these fools started hating on me and tried to cancel me, that fool didn't cancel me. You can't cancel what God created, my boy. You fools that the fools can't cancel what God created. Just because I didn't want to ride with you fools, man. I ride with men, homie. And the more and more you see, a lot of these platforms are not for our people. They're for their pocketbooks. I'm the truth, and you're going to hear it and feel it when you meet me, especially. And so when he gave me that interview, I told him, when I become the host of the Full Community Podcast, I'm going to make you the first person I interview. And what did I do? He was the first person I interviewed. I'm going to show you just a picture of it, just so you see that I have the footage, Juanito and Icon. I have a bunch of footage. But don't worry, your precious little content, you can have that, because I'm the truth. I can speak into this mic and get as much views as you. You guys need views with superstars. That's the only way you guys get views. I get views with the truth. There's a difference, and we are different. We look different, and we act different, and we ask a whole bunch of different kind of questions. That's why we're different. There's not one interview that you've done, Icon, that is better than any interview that me and you have done. And the homie told me that I'm not going to even put him on blast. But homies close to you told me that I'm going to have more because of how I'm carrying myself. But again, I don't think that this is an issue of people should cancel the food community and cancel Doughboy and cancel, you know, my boy, Iron. Bro, it's okay to have an opinion. All the homie was saying is, I know this guy. I known him since he was picking up cans. And if you ask the other little homie, we don't really know him like that. He's a young homie. That's not even to say anything. But this is one thing I will say. Doughboy gave me an interview. I asked J Bandz and he gave me the runaround. I'm still looking for that interview, J Bandz. What happened, right? And then when it came time for that food community, I forgot about him. And it's not that I forgot about him. I haven't followed that guy's music for a long time. I can't tell you one song he's done anymore. And that's the problem. J Bandz might not go as far because he doesn't know how to network, be open-minded, stay consistent, and stay in the motherfucking pocket, bruh. And that's why DOEBOI909 is the freaking king of the IE. Somebody has to say it, Doughboy. I'm just saying it because I believe in my boy. Respectfully, I hope you don't take no offense for me to putting you up, because you deserve it, bro. There's people in the DM telling me how much you help people on the low, how much you just give money to people, literally 20s to little kids and hundreds of other mamas, and how you doing all kinds of stuff behind the scenes that's not even for social media, my boy. You feel me? And you deserve all the shine you're gonna get in this life, bro. God bless you. Excuse me. God bless you. I'm gonna have to take that out. God bless you, Doughboy. God bless you. I ask God to bless this homeboy of mine because he deserves it and he's worked hard for it. And he doesn't even ask for nothing. When he was over there, he even told me, watch out. He gave me, I'm not going to say what he told me to watch out for, but everything he told me came true. But thank God, at least I got a warning and I made it home safe. And I didn't have to worry about being around fools that just act like fools all day and giggle and joke and don't work out and don't eat healthy and don't take care of themselves. I'd rather be around my daughter and I'd rather around human beings that love themselves. And I think DOEBOI909 loves themselves and honors himself. And you know why he's the real king? Is because after all this riffraff, he could have just took the W when the homeboy Iron said, when my boy said that he thought that Doughboy over J.I. Bandz. I don't even know how to say his name, but he could have just took the W. But what did he say? He said, nah, homie, I'm not going to let y'all start conflict or stir nothing. Why is he the king? Because he's a leader. You didn't hear any of the other rappers do that. He did that, and he killed it right there and said, nah, homie, we ain't doing that. I want everybody to win. We all kings. J.I. Bandz is my little brother. You ain't gonna start that narrative. And that's the only thing, bruh, is these vatos are not real journalists, so they don't know how to interview vatos respectfully. Ask anybody in Los Angeles that I interviewed. Ask them how I took care of them through the whole interview, and I didn't paparazzi their interview. It was a podcast, a true conversation. These fools are falling asleep, yawning. They don't care about you, bro. You guys gotta wake up. Wake up. And see that we're never going to be taken serious if we keep acting like fools. But the day we start acting like men, the world will stand and, sit and beg for our music, for our art, for our culture, for our words, for our flor and canto. They will stand on their knees. They will get on their knees. People from all over the world will bend their ear to listen to what we have to say if we take ourselves serious. And I can go on and on and on about my boy Doughboy. But one more time, the most consistent, the most humble, squashing beefs, open-minded, willing to work with Gotos, willing to give me an interview when J.I. Bandz went. And he at that time had more than J.I. Bandz. I think he still does. But he was popping already. He didn't need to just give me some random fool on Instagram. But he saw my potential. And then what happened? Because he saw my potential, when I got to the fool community, I got him. And that's how it works, bro. You start showing love to people and love comes back to you. But when you start acting like you're too cool for school, ain't nobody gonna mess with you, bro. And that's why DOEBOI909 is the one, bro. He's the one, bro. There's nobody that's doing it like him. There's nobody doing him like him. I want to say one more time, shout out to my boy Glock Boy, dog. He was just answering a question that was asked. People are trying to kind of start to throw a little bit of shade on my boy. And that boy, you got to go check him out. I met him over there through Icon and over there, and it was all love, you feel me? And I'm the type of vato that says, nah, keep messing with everybody. I'm happy that he got a food community podcast. You guys want me to hate on the food community, but that doesn't mean I want them to lose. They're brown people trying to get it. Maybe try to help them, help themselves, make them be more responsible with such a big platform. You feel me? Don't let the comments just go wild, bruh. Maybe, be a professional place and create a safe space so that homeboys that have been through drama their whole lives can come here and blow up without having to do the riffraff thing. I think we're coming to a time when people are tired of being fools and want to be men. And what my brother did, from Glock Boy telling the truth and just being transparent, to DOEBOI909 squashing beefs and just saying we're all kings when we all know that he is the king. And yes, I said J.I. Bandz has better he's a better lyricist. He puts words together probably better than DOEBOI909. But the full package with all the networking, I will every day I wouldn't let J.I. Bandz lead me. I would let DOEBOI lead me into battle, bro. And that's what this is a battle, a spiritual battle between men against fools. Remember, the worst thing you could be called in the Bible was a fool. So stop being a fool and grow up. We will never be taken serious in this industry till we take ourselves serious, until we stop asking each other these weird, dumb little questions and start asking deeper, darker, serious questions that can show the depth of our culture and how beautiful the struggle is to go from San Bernardino to the world, my boy. To go from the trenches, to go from prison, to go from nothing to something. And not just something, but everything in your community. DOEBOI909 is not just somebody in his community. He's everything. This is your boy Pocho1 of the Pocho Live podcast. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Support a unique platform that does not lie, that is transparent. Like my boy Glock Boy, like my boy DOEBOI, and like all the Glock stores all over the world. This is Glock Stars Bay Area, baby. And we out.